Hi guys, it's Sarah Taylor. This is a 24 by 24 inch acrylic on canvas called Royals. And in an attempt to get my studio all cleaned up, I'm using a bunch of paint that I had. That's a really kind of nice watered down turquoise color. That's Deco Art Americana 24 karat gold. And I'm going to be doing a flip cup, a dirty flip cup. And that's actually a little bit of cloud mix, which is a MELI-D recipe, which I can link below. And then that's turquoise. It's a cerulean blue mixed with some phthalo green by Arteza. This is this really dark, delicious color. It's Charvin Indigo, and I mixed in some Jenkins green and Payne's Gray. And then this is a plum color. It's actually some paint off of a different painting. It's mostly black and Bordeaux red and some metallics. And that's Nickel Azo Gold by Golden Fluid Acrylic. So we've got a lot of paint going on here. And then that's Deco Art Extreme Sheen Garnet. And then this is copper. It's mostly folk art antique copper. And then there's a little bit of Dick Blick copper in there, I think. So everything's mixed with, it's got some Floetrol and some Artist Loft pouring medium as well. And I'm kind of cleaning out a bunch of stuff to get ready for a different painting, so I thought this would be a really fun way to do that. And I wanted to experiment with putting a little bit of the cloud mix in the bottom of my flip cup, so that white that went in was just a little bit of cloud mix, and I was going to see if by flipping a cup if I'm going to get a little bit of cloud effect. I definitely didn't want it to take over or do a whole lot, because especially using red paint, I'm really careful with using white because you can get pink. So I made sure to not put the white anywhere near the red. That's my rule because I've ended up with large pink paintings that I've had to scrape off the canvas with wet red and white involved. So I just kind of layered everything in. And, you know, with a dirty pour, it just kind of comes up from the top and kind of sinks down through. And what I like about it, you know, I've always kind of layered cups. That's been more my go-to. But I find it really intriguing when you do it this way. I think the paint it just does different things. It's not as controlled. So I really enjoy this method. And, you know, when I have a bunch of paint and I've always got a lot of stuff mixed up, and I thought that these colors were all really beautiful together. And so that turquoise, what I plan to do with that is just to use it as a flow layer, kind of around the paint after I flip the cup. And that's just so the paint can move nice and smoothly over the canvas. And I do introduce a little bit more flow paint from another kind of jar of gray paint that I had, just to make sure that I had enough. And when I flip it, I kind of run the lip of the cup through there just to add some interest, and, you know, I just usually kind of look at it real quick and decide what to do. And this is really pretty. I mean, you could see the coppers and the reds coming through, and then the gold. And I saved some of that Americana 24 karat gold to go around the edge. And part of the reason I like to do that is, for one, if you don't go straight off an entire corner, if there's that little edge of gold, it can really make for a pretty corner. So, and then sometimes the paint rolls over it, you get a little bit additional gold cell action, so that's also great. And yeah, that little ring of gold actually serves me really well in this painting. So I'm gonna let you guys watch, and I'll show you some pictures of the final painting at the end. And I do quite a lot to this painting, so I'll actually come back here in just a little bit and describe to you why I decided not to tilt the entire thing and kind of walk you through the process of the negative space that's going to happen. So, all right, I'll talk to you soon. So at this point, I'd been looking at the painting. I really loved the composition of the way it was, and I decided to go ahead and scrape off that turquoise paint. And I really wanted to create some negative space in that section there. I could have kind of dumped the whole thing off that other side, but I really liked that little gold line that was happening, kind of coming down the edge of the side. I thought it was really pretty, and then I just kind of liked the way the composition of the rest of the piece was. So, as easy as it is just to kind of go off every corner, sometimes, stopping and taking a look, and then I just grabbed some Payne's Gray paint, and I've got to admit there's some other stuff mixed into this. It's not a pure Payne's Gray. It's got a little bit of iridescence in it, and I'm just bringing that in. It's a really pretty color, though. I mean, this whole painting is a bit subdued, so I didn't want black necessarily. I wanted something dark, but not something way too stark to, contrast it too much. So, and then what happens is I I like it, and then I try to add an edge of high flow gold across that edge, and I didn't really like the effect of what happened. It was just it just didn't quite work, so I scrape it off again. And then in the end, when it's dry, I did kind of want to define that edge a little bit and bring some different definition into the painting. So I actually come back with a golden fluid iridescent. It's just not the high flow, but the fluid iridescent gold. And I kind of line and embellish the painting after it's dry, just to give it some different definition in different areas. So you'll see that in the pictures. I definitely ended up doing that kind of in the moment, so I did not catch the embellishing part on film. So yeah, enjoy. I hope you guys like it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so you can see my work as it comes out. And I hope you like this painting. I think it's pretty. It kind of reminded me of like old royal tapestries, kind of, or like there was just something kind of royal about it, sort of, empress or something. So yeah, all right, have a beautiful day, and I really appreciate you watching and joining me on my journey with fluid art. It's so much fun. I just absolutely love doing it, and I love sharing it, and I love the community involved here, answering questions and chatting with people, and it's all wonderful. So please take great care, and we'll see you very soon. I've got some links to my website and Instagram and things like that in my description of the video. So all right, we'll talk to you guys soon. I've got some fun things coming up, so we'll see you soon. Thanks.